I was genuinely on top of the world in 2020, and that's because for the first time in my entire life, I've had female attention. And for those of you who've been watching me for a very long time, know that for 14 years of my life, I've never ever really had any female attention. But in 6 months' time, all that attention, all the validation that I was craving, that I was getting, all completely went away like that. Fuck, that was a weak click. There you go. And this was because of some bad habits that I've done that I'd like to share. So, the first habit that I've done was being too needy. Now, whenever these girls would message me saying that, oh, Al, would you come on and play Fortnite? As soon as they would message me, I would reply instantly. And then as soon as, literally, bro, I would reply with something like this. Yeah, sure. I'm coming on now. Let's go. So, some beta male texting game right there. And therefore, as a result of me being too needy, I was too available. And that just shows them that I had really nothing going on in my life. And what happens then? People, not just girls, will lose respect for you because of that. Because you're literally relying on them as your only source of happiness. Just think about that. The second habit is revealing too much. And bro, this was me at the very start. And this only lasted for a couple days, but this was bad. So, when I met these girls online, I would literally game from 6 p.m. to around 3 a.m. in the morning. And during that entire time, they would literally ask me question after question after question. And just think about that for like hours and hours and hours straight with like literally no breaks, no toilet breaks, no food at all, none of that. Just literally just consistent gaming the entire time. And in 2 days, they've literally found out everything about me because I literally shared my entire life story to them. Obviously because I've had no female attention, like I said earlier, I was craving validation and, a bit of status as well. And therefore, I just didn't hold back. And if you know the dating game, I'm still relatively new, so I'm not some sort of expert, but you should be somewhat mysterious because you want girls to create a fantasy about you. You want people to just think about you when you're not around. But obviously that wasn't the case for me because I revealed every single minute detail about myself, and therefore when I wasn't there, they were just probably just going on about their whole day, just doing their regular shit. So therefore, you have to create some sort of a fantasy. Don't be too mysterious, of course, but then at the same time, don't reveal too much either. It's about, the sweet spot in the middle. Balance. Yin and yang, as they like to call it. And the third habit is you're not taking any interest in anyone and not asking the questions back. So, referring to the point that I've said earlier about me just answering all the questions that all these girls would ask me, I didn't even take the time to ask the questions back. I was literally just in validation craving mode, just answering every single question that they would ask me. I did not even take the time to ask any back. Think about it. For like 9 hours straight, I was answering all the questions, and then I did not literally take the time to ask not even one question back. And for 2 days, this worked because they were just asking me non-stop for 2 days. But after that, I already knew, I could feel that the interest started to die down a lot. And sure, I was still gaming, but I wasn't really talking to them as much. And vice versa, they weren't really talking to me as much as well. But then I was just coping saying that, but we're just really fixated on the game. No. Because for the first 2 days, we were also really, really trying to get this win on Fortnite. You really think that changed? No. They lost interest. It's as simple as that. They just lost interest in me because I revealed too much, but not just that. I didn't ask them any questions back. And this doesn't have to just be about girls, okay? This can be about guys as well. Fourth habit that I've done for a very long time is being the nice guy. And this story was not really related to like the gamer girls, but just in general, bro. When you're too nice, when you're just, too agreeable, you're too scared to disagree with certain points that people say, even though that you deep down disagree. But then when you're in a social interaction, someone says this, and then you're like, oh, actually, I like that too. Well, in reality, you don't, mate. You're just saying that to just get someone else's approval. And I've been doing this for a very long time, and this fucked me over. And by all means, I'm not encouraging any fighting at all, because I do a bit of boxing here and there, and we're told to not start fights. But when the situation is unavoidable, when you have to fight back, let's say your family is on the line, sometimes you just have to fight. And when you're too nice, when you're too agreeable, and when your testosterone's got like fucking single digit, then obviously people are going to lose respect for you because they're not going to feel safe around you. Do you understand? These are two habits that I always see, but I never really do myself. And the first one is a weak handshake. So let's say you're in a business meeting, you're meeting up with some guys, and then, bro, first impressions matter so much, because I've networked with a bunch of guys in the past and stuff like that, and I will do in the future, and I will plan and document that. But bro, one of the first things that people will see when you walk into a room is the strength of your handshake. And now, by all means, I'm not telling you to absolutely obliterate someone's fucking hand, absolutely crush the living shit out of it. No, I'm not saying that whatsoever. But what I'm saying is, don't have this fucking limp dick handshake. Like, I think some people pull their fingers out like that or some shit. I don't even know, because I don't do it. Just put your whole hand out like that and just, firm handshake, not too hard, not too soft. Just, just in the middle like that. And there you go, mate. You just found a sweet spot. And then immediately, the people that, for example, you want to do business with, immediately respect will go up like that. But as soon as they find out that your handshake is weak, respect will just drop, mate. It's as simple as that. Even if you have all the money in the world, even though your product is so good, even if your service is so good. I'm thinking a lot about like Dragon's Den type of networking, I don't know. But even if all three of these things are so good and your handshake is weak, immediately, I think it just turns people off so fast. It just does. Last but not least, the last point is negative reinforcement. And what I mean by this is that, let's say you're with a friend and you're just coaching him in the gym, for example. And then you tell him, let's go for 12 reps, but he gets 11 reps. Instead of just saying, oh, bro, you done very well, good effort, bro, good luck next time, you say to him, oh, come on, you piece of shit, you could have done better than that. And yes, I understand, sometimes you need to have some sort of tough love. Okay, believe me, I know. But not all the time. Because in the back of that person's mind, when you're always negative, when you're always just a piece of shit, they will just see themselves as a failure. And as a result of that, the negative reinforcement will encourage them to do the activity less. Because, well, this person would think, I see this activity as negative. I don't get anything good out of this. Even though I try really hard, this person will always say that I'm a piece of shit, that I can always do better. So I'm just going to stop doing it now. I'm going to do something else. Something even worse, maybe. Who knows? Maybe a bad habit. You never know, bro. So yes, I agree. Tough love is good, okay? But balance. Again, you need that balance. You need to encourage the person that they've done well, that they've put a good effort in. But then again, you want balance. You don't want to be delusional, okay? When you can see that that person could do another 5 reps, then yeah, obviously, give him a bit of tough love. But if the guy's absolutely trained his ass off, he's trained his socks off, you can see that he went to complete failure. He couldn't do any more reps, and you're still saying that he's a piece of shit? Then come on, man. Obviously, he's going to think that for the rest of his life until you change something. Or he's just going to stop going to the gym entirely. This doesn't have to be gym, for example, but, this is the best example that I can come up with, because I've trained loads of friends in the past. I've got guys, loads of results and stuff like that. So obviously, it's just the easiest way to explain things, but this can be anything in life, The guy could be training for a marathon. The guy could be training for a boxing match. It could be anything. Just give him some positive reinforcement as well, and then sometimes maybe some negative ones as well. I'd say 80% positive, and then 20% could be some tough love type of shit. So bro, I hope that you found immense value in this video, and if you want to make new friends, but not just that, meet new people as well, I got free Discord in the bio for free. You have nothing to lose, because I understand, while starting my self-improvement journey, how lonely it can get when you're just so far ahead of the average man, that you're so far ahead of your competition. Free Discord in the bio, bro. That's it, bro. Let's go. Push it!